Hi everyone, it's Casey Jo and you're watching Swig Talk. Well, I'm a 27-year-old island girl living in the big bright city of Vancouver. I currently work part-time for the Vancouver Canucks as a community host and reporter for Canucks.com. I have a background in media and broadcast journalism and a love for events. And I'm also a certified yoga teacher and I love photography. So I started volunteering at a local radio station in Victoria and I decided that I wanted to get into broadcast journalism. So I applied for the program at BCIT. While I was waiting for that program to start, I decided to send in a videotape for the Much Music VJ Search. It was the first Canadian reality show of Much Music in 2006 and I ended up making it into the top 20. I was then flown out to Toronto and selected for the top 10, and then we had weekly challenges where our voting expert panel eliminated one VJ hopeful every week. I made it to the top 5, I was eventually given the axe, and I decided, hey, this is something I really enjoyed. I came back to Victoria where I was living at the time and met as many people as I could. I really networked and shook hands and put my name out there, and I eventually got hired with CTV, as it's now called, Vancouver Island in Victoria, and I was their first community cruiser. Go out and get more experience, because when you graduate high school, at least a lot of people that I went to school with, everybody thinks they want to be a teacher. I thought I wanted to do that as a profession. I wanted to be an educator, and you know, in a sense, I guess we all can say that we are in different areas and different industries, but I didn't get out and get enough experience in different professions. So I would tell myself, go out and do more and try more things and have as much fun as possible. Working as a female in broadcast and media does have its challenges. I definitely feel pressure all the time, every day. You want to always be aware of what you're doing, what you're saying, how you present yourself, and it's obviously a very competitive industry. You always want to have yourself in the best light that you can, and you always want to be out in the community doing good things as well. So yeah, I find the pressures to be a little bit intense. There's just so many people out there and different looks and styles for, you know, when they're looking for like a host or a reporter or someone like that. So those are the things you kind of have to think of. Can I handle the pressure? Do I work well under stress? Am I okay with being constantly overwhelmed? Those are the questions that I wish I had considered before getting into this, but I feel like it's working well for me. When I was on the VJ Search, the judging panel were very harsh on us. They critiqued us every week. They made me cry on several occasions on national television. That's not embarrassing or anything. But the way that I handled it was, you kind of have to have this awareness that that's one person's opinion of something. It's not the be-all and end-all. There's your perspective or your perception, someone else's perspective, and their perception is going to be extremely different than what yours is, and somewhere in there is the truth. So just because someone's critiquing you or saying that you're not good at this, or you don't look this way, or you don't sound like that, that doesn't mean that you need to take that to heart and to take it personally. And that's something that I really became aware of myself. Just because someone doesn't like something about me doesn't necessarily mean that that's true. So keep that in mind if you're dealing with the struggles of peer pressure and you're in high school and it's just a tough time all around. Just know deep down inside that what someone else thinks isn't exactly the truth. Again, what someone else thinks doesn't necessarily matter. I used to care so much about what other people thought when I was in high school. I mean, I still do to a certain extent, but not as much. You want to be yourself. You want to be you. You want to be free, and you want to do your own thing. And I wish I expressed my individuality a little bit more, and maybe didn't hold back on who I was so much because there were the popular people or the cool crowd at school, and I didn't really want to be bullied or picked on by them. So I would just tell myself, you know, be more confident in who you are, stand for something even if you're standing alone. There was a really bad problem in my high school with bullies, and you know, I stood up for some people, but I think I could have done a bit more. Personal strength within, I would have to say, is always creating the life that you want to live and creating the possibilities for your life. I don't believe that your current circumstances dictate and define how you are as a person. I think that the most successful people out there go out and create things that they're looking for. You might not always be able to find it, so go out and make it happen. If you really want something bad enough, I believe that with lots of time and persistence and love, you can make it happen. So
Need your mother's love.